Oh man. Don't mind this thing that'll never run ever again. So, this is what I ended up getting at the Upolathon today. It was hot. I think today got up to 93 here at one point. So when I was pulling this I got there at about 9 o'clock. It was about 78, and then throughout the day, I think when I got done, it was about 86. So it was a little bit of a warm one, but I picked up quite a bit. Ended up getting a bunch of P01s and a couple P59s, and I was gonna see if I could find it. So these are all the P59s that I got. I ended up getting 8, I think, which is fine because the P01s is what everybody wants for whatever reason. I understand it, but kinda. But honestly, P59 and a nice tacks and drive-by-wire pedals are the way to go for me anyways. But I was gonna see if I could find it here because I think I still have one. I had a P59 that it's like a remanufactured one from GM, and it has like it's got a different label. It's got a really small label on here, and it was actually a number that isn't part of like any of these service numbers for like P59. But I wonder if I can find it. Because I actually ended up getting a 411 or a P01. See, this is 860 or 896. They're all the same thing. They're all P01s. I wonder where it is. Because I saw it when I pulled it, and I was like, oh wow, this is a reman. And is it in this? There it is, right there. So this is a Delphi. This is definitely a Delphi reman P01, which is kind of interesting. See, factory authorized remanufactured. So there you go. They do exist in the wild. I don't know how great they are. I should pop them open and see what it looks like. Obviously they're remanufactured, so I've never had a computer really fail before. It's really interesting. But anyways, so I just want to bring that up. Sorry, just kind of ADHD, ADS brain just went haywire here. But got 21 P01s and 8 P59s. And then I got an E38. And then I got this new body style intake manifold. Funny story about that was it was sitting on top of a Jeep just out in the open. I'm like, that's really odd. There was not even like a Gen 4 truck anywhere nearby. It was just sitting right on top of this Jeep out in the open. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I was kind of looking around, see if anybody was, set it up there for whatever reason. And I'm like, I'm just going to leave it there. Come back to it like, I don't know, 25, 30 minutes later, no one around, just sitting up there. I'm like, all right, I'm going to grab it. Well, so much for those. The vacuum hose that goes to the brake booster, it was pinched in the rear door, and I didn't see that. So when I went to pull it and it rained, it's been raining here in Minnesota for like almost 2 weeks now, pretty good, especially here. And it was sitting sideways, so all the water must have went inside, whatever, just went inside the intake manifold. And I went to grab it, and when I went to pull it off the top of the Jeep, it was obviously stuck there because it was in the door. And then when it caught, all the water came flying out of the runners just all over me. So I was already starting to sweat, but pretty much at that point I was completely drenched because about a gallon and a half of water came out. And yeah, it got me drenched, but it wasn't bad. I mean, I got all of this stuff here, all of this for out the door for like 90 bucks, because I think it was $79.99 plus tax and whatever. They have a core thing. I don't know how they figure that out, but yeah, it was 90 bucks out the door for all this. So one of those computers will pretty much pay for the bill on that one, and then another one will pay for the gas up there, and then all this is, you can do what you want with it. So yeah, it's pretty nice, pretty good day. I don't know how many more of these I'm going to do. I think I'm kind of done with them, especially after these stock computers, like I do them for myself. But I'm kind of thinking might get out of them. I might start doing either Gen 4 stuff or just kind of do it for myself because, no offense, I hate trying to troubleshoot stuff with people who are stupid. So, talk to you later. Hope. Okay, so that's staying here this winter, and I'm gonna work on it. The LH6 that's in it, it's gonna come back out because I'm not a big fan of the noises I'm hearing. So we're gonna rebuild that whole entire engine and put it back in the car this winter. This is going to the shop over there, which I'm going to bring you out to show you. Steering column. We're gonna drive it over there. So last update, I showed you that it was just concrete. Holy Moses. So here's the shop. And we'll take you around it first. It's all sided, matches the house kind of. I mean, it's the same stuff, but it's also 4 years younger, so it's gonna take a little bit to lighten up. I don't know what that is. It's like shadowing. There's no bulging out, so it looks weird on the phone, but if you look at it in person, you can't see it. There you go. It's getting moved. Birds. And that's what it looks like. So, take you a detail on this first. Still in work in progress. Getting the electrical done. There's the inlet and ground. Grounding rods there. 8-foot in. There's another one. So there's a sub panel in here. It's a 90 amp service. And this is what it looks like. So we got everything framed in here. And the scissor trusses that are, I think the peak is like just over 14 feet. So we should be able to get a lift in on this side, a 4-post, get the boat or car in the air and still have room underneath. The truck's in here just for right now. And then there's gonna be a service room back here. So the idea is, this is where the water is. And there's gonna be, that's where I'm gonna see a little black line, that's where I'm gonna cut it. There's gonna be a service room here. That's gonna go up, all the way up here. And then what I'm gonna do is, where the service room is, I'm gonna build like a mini loft that goes over here. These are 10-foot walls, and then the loft is gonna go up. Basically, the room is gonna go up with that truss, but the loft is gonna go across there, so you'll be able to walk up on like steps back here. I'm gonna make some small steps that go up, and then we'll be able to put just some little bit of storage over here. I think I'm just gonna pull it out about 4 feet, and then just put like a railing. That way you can like basically just crawl up in there and stand once you get to the peak there just a little bit. Slide some totes and stuff. The truck is in here basically for reference to show that there's tons of space back here. Like I said, it's gonna get cut there. For the truck to fit, there's plenty of room up front, and then there's gonna basically be a trailer lift 4-post right here. That'll leave room for the Corvette here, which is much smaller than this truck, and be able to have like, you know, workbench, TV, all that stuff up over here. And then the boat has plenty of room to walk around here as well and get the lift up too. So there's an outlet every 4 feet. So there's 18 outlets total on this wall, as well as a 240 there. It's where the compressor is going to go in this room, water. There's going to be a wall mounted water heater. That way we can do, you know, wash your hands or whatever, as well as pressure washer, and actually have heated water too. And then there's going to be a heater there, which outlet's there, and then direct drive, garage door opener, which is over there too. So that's just a quick brief of this garage. And then we'll go to the attached garage. Sump pump's working. We got a bunch of rain. Put stuff in water. We'll go back in here. There's the Vette. There's the MHF wiring that has to go into the house to wire the garage. I'm going to close this. Temperature is going to start going down. It's 65, and I see there's already snow in North and South Dakota, so it's coming this way.
This is gonna be like the weirdest update ever. I'm like, my brain is mush right now from the entire week. I know it's only Thursday, but I've had so much going on and I've had so many phone calls and stuff with work and this. So just going out there and just coming in here, you can already tell that like my voice has changed and my brain's starting to function because this is like my safe spot for now. So the Corvette, it's got nothing's been worked on this entire summer because of the garage. That is some sealant for the like garage door that's going to go on that end or go out in the other garage that we'll put up because the door is going to go up this weekend too. But this thing is going to be cleaned up. I'm going to move all this stuff out here. We're going to drive it over to the other stall and park it and get it in there because it's going to be worked on this winter. I have to have knee surgery. It was supposed to be scheduled for November 9th, but insurance, the insurance companies for America is great when it comes to getting your stuff replaced because torn meniscus can't fix it with PT. They want me to have PT, so they're actually going to spend extra money and waste my time to do PT and basically fail me out and have surgery later on, which it's a blessing in disguise, kind of, because it gives me a little bit extra time to work on the garage. But it also sucks because I'm pushing out more towards Christmas, which with my kids, I'm not looking forward to. Like, I look forward to Christmas with my kids like no other, but it sucks because Dad's going to be, gimpy during Christmas, which sucks. So I'm trying to give them all the love I can until that time comes because they have to understand that Dad's going to be a paraplegic. He's going to be kind of useless on crutches throughout the holiday season. So, this thing's going to get rolled out. We got the steering column just basically just in. It's got to get a mount underneath. It's just kind of just sitting there the way it is, basically just to get me over to the garage. But I'll have an update on that. You're selling that Sparco steering wheel?
You selling a Sparco steering wheel?
Get that to drive over there, and then I can start working on this freaking thing again. That thing is going to go on hold for a couple months. This is what I'm going to work on during like November, December, January, all the wiring stuff when I can't move. So we're going to get all the harness stuff done while I'm sitting in a recliner out in the garage, the other garage, to get the interior stuff done, get the gauges wired, get everything else wired inside, because I can do that sitting on my ass. And then when that's ready to go, when I'm starting to feel better, we can test all that stuff out. And then this thing is going to get ripped apart again because it's got the LH6 in here. And once it gets up to, operating temperature, it's got like a whole 10 to 15 pounds of oil pressure on it with the stock oil pump. It sounds interesting. I can't say it sounds bad, but it sounds interesting. So I'm like, you know what? We got the time. We got the space. This is going to be over here. All that stuff back there is going to be gone. It's actually going to go in the other garage. So it's going to be that whole third stall here to work on this thing, which is great. And this thing's going to, the lawnmower, I got to figure out where the frick to put that. It's probably going to go in the other garage. Otherwise, it's going to be like up over here. But all that stuff is going to be gone. That whole area, it's going to be a whole workspace to work on the El Camino, and still have the wife's Suburban fit in here. And she wants me to bring my truck in, but I think it's just going to sit outside for this winter just so I can get this stuff cleaned up. And then we're going to pull that motor out. We're going to rebuild the entire thing to nothing. We're going to put all new cam bearings in it, rod bearings in it. We're going to inspect every single thing. We're probably going to put like a stage one like truck cam in it because, it'd be fun to put like a truck cam in El Camino because, work truck. And it's still running the P59, drive-by-wire, throttle, all that fun stuff. And I got the flex sensor in that bin. I was going to put on this car, but I think I might throw it on here since it's got the pump to do it. We'll figure it out. I might order another one. We'll do this one and that one at the same time. Get that done, pull that out. This is my father-in-law's car, so he does want to do an overdrive transmission in another year. So I think what we'll do is we'll just pull the engine out. We'll end up putting it in. He'll drive it for the summer of 2024. And I think what we'll do is we'll get everything done to where we can just pull the transmission out from underneath the car. We don't have to pull the engine or anything like that. The transmission is phenomenal in this thing. It's the original transmission, it's the TH250. It's, you know, it's got the overdrive, it's got the band for the second gear. It's basically a TH350, but instead of having the clutch pack for second gear, it's a band, like your reverse band and stuff like that. And it works great. I mean, this thing just doesn't care. It's got 43,000 miles on it, and had a 305 behind it. So the transmission was basically laughing at the entire time. So it works really well behind a stock 4.8, stock 5.3. But as we continue to do, you know, the 5.3, high compression heads, flat top pistons, all that stuff, and the cam and flex fuel, it'd be nice to be able to get rid of it while it's good, especially for somebody who wants to keep like a Monte Carlo and El Camino original. We could do that, and then we're going to put a 480 in it, basically. What the idea is, put a 480 in the car, redo the rear end, maybe put some higher gears in the back, eventually replace the entire rear end. He has to do some suspension work, you know, shocks and springs and all that stuff, brakes. And he should replace the hubs on the car too. What I'd like for him to do is to put like one Blazer hub in here so we can have a VSS sensor if he doesn't replace the transmission soon. But with the 480, we'll have the VSS going correctly to the PCM, and then we don't have to worry about that. So the idea is just to rebuild the entire engine, get it done to where it's put your foot to the floor, not worry about it. It sounds good, works good. The plan is if we can make 350 wheel, great, because that's going to be fantastic for this car. It's light enough to throw around. So that is the update. This we're going to work on first. Once it gets in the other garage, this is main priority. February rolls around, January, February, this is a priority. So need to put some time into this, especially electronics in this. I would like to get this thing certed springtime and get everything situated in it. That way it's like we can maybe do some stuff this summer or coming summer. Otherwise, we could get it ready for race week the following year. I would love to have it done for this year because we're going on 19, 20, 21, 22. We're going to be going on 5 years at the next September. So if we can get this thing actually driving, 5-year build on this for a drag car, I'm happy with it. Works for me. So that is the plan. If you guys have any questions, let me know. That is the update. Later.